I get asked all the time, Civil, how do I stop corner routes? Especially ones that look like this from our point wide receiver, the RB button, Calvin Johnson. This is what's called a deep corner route in Madden. These can go anywhere between really like 15 to 30 yards, really in that 25 to 30 yard range. These corner routes are really tough to defend because you get so deep, and people will put a clear out route like our B wide receivers on a streak to push any deep zones back, so there's nothing there to defend this corner route. So how would you defend this? All right, first and foremost, I'm going to tell you guys a few different strategies we're going to go over, but we got to talk about how we are not going to be able to defend this. You'll want this to work, it won't, and as much as you want it to work, it never will. So, first and foremost, doing something like this, baseline drop cover 4, this will not work, especially when the corner route is going to the short side of the field like it is here, all right? Cover 2. This will not work, especially when the defense is pressed. This will not work. If you want to even have a chance of this working, we have a strategy that we'll talk about this in a little bit. Let's go something like this. Simple, I'm running man coverage. It's not working. This will not defend the corner route. And even something like this still won't defend the corner out because the deep zone is getting cleared out. Same thing like this. This will not defend the corner out. All right. There's a couple of very clear strategies that you have to use to defend corner routes. So first and foremost is the idea of zone dropping. Okay. So let's go to Y trail here, and yeah, let's call Y trail. And first, let's just call Tampa 2. This is with stock coverage. All right. We are going to back off the outside receiver on the corner route side. So the way we're going to do that is, or the outside corner on the corner outside. The way we're going to do that is Y or triangle, A or X on PlayStation to get the individual adjustment. We're going to click the cornerback or the button of the wide receiver that the cornerback that we want to adjust is above. So what that means basically, that sounds a little complicated, is I want to move this outside corner on the right back, okay? How am I going to do that? I'm going to tap B for Mike Evans, because that's where he's above, and push him back with the left stick. You can do it with the right stick as well. And that guy backs off. All right. Now, because the quad flat is set to default zone drops in our coaching adjustments, which I'll show you in a second, he's just going to play like a normal quad flat. So when we get a route combo like this right here, we are going to be able to see that our corner route can get above him. And right there, we're able to get it. Even though right there wasn't the cleanest, we are able to get that above, and we'll be able to exploit that over and over again. So you say, Civil, that was a backed off flat zone. How would I defend this without, if that doesn't work, what do I do? Well, in our coaching adjustments, click the right stick in on the play call screen, we have something called zone drops, and we have flats, we have curl flats, we have hook curls. I like to set these to 30 or 25. It can kind of change based on just different circumstances, but 30 or 25. And then this is going to help defend that corner route. Now let's go back to it. Let's do the same thing, same route combo, right? We're going to individually adjust this guy back, okay? Now let's see, can we throw Calvin Johnson here? Let's go, boom, he gets bumped. No, we can't seem to. And if, okay, Calvin caught that still. That's awesome. But nonetheless, if they catch that, you just lose, buddy. I have no words for you. But you see that the defender is in position to play that corner route now. Let's throw it again. Does Calvin somehow catch? Thank you for not catching it this time, Calvin. I don't know how you did that. But you might be saying, but Civil, what about the flats? Well, buddy, I got something for you for the flats. You can go into here, back into the coaching adjustments, and set your curl flats to 0 or 5. Set them to 5 right here. Go back into the Tampa 2, and let's call that same corner route play. This works for a lot of different corner routes. And now we're going to back off that guy, but then underneath it, we're going to set, let's say, DeMarcus Ware into our curl flat. So on the right side, we have a 30-yard flat and a 5-yard flat. And guess what? We have a flat going a couple yards down the field. We have a flat going 30 yards down the field. We snap this. Well, now underneath isn't open. RB isn't open. Oh, that entire sideline has now been blanketed. Just like that. Okay, that is one of the best ways to go about it. Now, I want to show you, if you don't back off that corner, right, if you don't back him off, and you say you want to press him like this, watch what happens, right? We have a 30-yard flat over there. It should defend the 30-yard flat, right? No, You need to back him off. You have no choice. We have no choice, brother. Nothing we can do. We have to back him off. Okay? Understood? You have to. You can't leave him default either. Look, right here, I'm not going to even touch him. Let's go. Boom. Let's see. Does this work? I wonder if this maybe works. It does not. You see the corner route can get above him, especially if you're going to the wide side. It can get above him, all right? Now, the next way we can go about defending corner routes is another strategy here where, let me get Calvin out of this spot just so we don't have an X factor wide receiver there because it makes it a little unrealistic, where we can go into something like, well, I showed you this defense earlier, right, where we're baseline press cover 4, but now we're going to actually bracket this receiver by putting a man on him, okay? We could do that with a slot corner, and we could do an outside linebacker, just someone to help bracket him. And now, if we run that same corner route, we're going to see that the bracket of him is going to help him stay covered, okay? Just getting an extra guy there. So usually, if you can identify who that corner route's coming from, you can start to defend him just like that. Again, I'm going to run the same defense, but this time I'm not going to man up that corner route, and watch how open he is compared to when I did man him up. Boom. Boom. We can throw that. Now, if you don't have an X factor right there, we're going to be able to actually catch that on the outside, but we have an outside corner X factor. For some reason, practice mode and MUT just keeps him always activated, so I apologize for that. But we want to bracket him with zone and man coverage on that side. It's going to really help us out and do a pretty good job at defending these corner routes. Now, the next strategy to defend corner routes, and this is one that is a little bonkers, but watch what happens right here with my user defender, okay? So my user defender is Sean Taylor right here in the middle, and let's set up this route combo really fast. Boom, boom, boom. Good. Now, let's say I know they're probably going to run a corner route. They've run it a few times now, or I'm just expecting that's one of the plays that they could go to because it's popular in Madden to throw corner routes from a compressed look. So we're going to go like right here, boom, oh, corner route, and now I'm over there helping bracket it. Now, ideally, you get there a little bit faster. Ideally, maybe you cheat there pre-snap. Ideally, you're just aware that that could be a route, and now you're all over it so they can't take advantage of it. You are essentially usering the best route right here, right? I'm all over. You can't throw RB now. My user's there. Now, could they attack elsewhere? Yes, that's where you could adjust to. That is one of my favorite ways to go about defending corner routes in Madden, is simply just usering them. Something that a lot of players just forget that they have in their arsenal, right? Boom, right here. Awesome, usering. Now, in that specific coverage, middle of the field's more open. We could do it, though, maybe instead out of a cover 2 look, right? Where we have the middle of the field kind of blanketed, and it's just, we're just worried about getting hit deep sideline. So boom. Oh, corner out? Well, I'm there. I'm all over that, right? And you start, the reason you might be able to jump that is because before the snap, you are predicting the play, okay? You are predicting, you're anticipating, right? You're ready for it. Now, is there ways to exploit this style of defense or just any of these styles of defenses? Yes. Duh. Of course there are. Did you think there wasn't? But of course, you know what I mean? But these go really, really well hand in hand to defending corner routes in different ways. And the same logic can be used to defend crossers, posts, really anything that you're having issues with. These similar ideas, for the most part, can do a pretty good job against them, right? Another kind of underrated way of defending deep hitting routes is sending pressure. If you send pressure, you're not going to have time for the deep hitting routes to develop, right? So something like this, and obviously this isn't the best example, but you see how that time the quarterback got sacked before the corner route even hit the sideline. Now, ideally, that means you have a good blitz or something, and right now, Madden 24, there's not great blitzes, but nonetheless, that's kind of what we're looking at. All right, boys, so hopefully that's a little rundown or a decent, solid rundown for you guys of how to defend corner routes in Madden 24. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Check out civil.gg in the top of the description below. We have the best offenses, defenses, everything you need for John Madden Football to win more games. Everything's broken down for you, and code PREMIUM is a special code for you guys that gets you 25% off your first month or yearly membership. All right, boys, I want to see you inside there. It's an awesome community. Love you guys. See you in the next one. See you inside the Civil GG community.